Creating amazing travel adventures in just 2 weeks has become a bit of an obsession for us. This time, we're on an adventure in our own backyard, trail riding through England and Wales, exploring our wonderful countryside, avoiding the tarmac where we can, and meeting the most amazing people along the way. The TransEuropean Trail, or the TET as it's known by its many users, is an off-road dirt bike route across the whole of Europe, from Africa to the Arctic Circle and from east to west. And it's been put together by a group of volunteers called the Linesmen, so it's a true community project and it's completely free to use.
Yes, and over 2 weeks we're going to try to do the UK part of the TET. However, before we started, preparations were a bit marred by injury.
There's a potential slight problem with my fitness for doing the trip. I have an impingement in my shoulder, which has caused me a great deal of pain, and it gets really bad when I'm riding the bike as well. So I find myself on a wintry morning at Wickham Hospital, ready for a little bit of shoulder surgery. So it's been a couple of days since I had the surgery on my shoulder, and it's taken me a bit by surprise actually, because I had a similar sort of surgery done a couple of years ago. Oh God, a couple of years ago, 10 years ago, and my recovery time was literally a handful of days. And when I came out from the hospital this time, they said my arm's going to be in a sling for 6 weeks. So that's not good news for training.
Okay, so a couple of weeks ago I fell down some stairs and my knee swelled up, and it's still really badly swollen. There's my kneecap. Oh no, wait. That's my kneecap. That's just a huge blobby swelling. So I've booked an appointment for the doctors and we'll see what they say.
Hey buddy, how you doing?
There's something wrong with my knee and I can't, it's some big name, long name that I can't remember. The doctor does not think I should be riding when we, you know, in a couple of weeks when we're meant to be going.
Right, so, which means what from your perspective?
Well, nothing really. I mean, you know, it means I figured.
But you're tough.
I figured I'd just do it anyway. He's given me some anti-inflammatory things, so you know, I'm sure it'll be fine. Then
let's go. Our journey starts in Cumbria at Hag's Bank at the March Moto Madness event.
So we caught up with Danny to tell us all about it.
So just tell us a little bit about Hag's Bank and how you came to get involved and become the owner of it.
Well, after a bad bike accident, I was looking for something to do. I found this place, we built it up into a campsite, didn't know what it would be. I didn't realise I knew so many bikers. They all came up here, loved the place, loved the riding, the atmosphere, and even the weather, and it's just gone from strength to strength.
You were telling me earlier about kind of the huge range of kind of people you get coming in, not just bikers.
Hells Angels, religious groups, everything, walkers, and once bikers have been, they might be in a walking group, they've come back doing that, and it's called the last wilderness for a reason, because it is. It's the last place in England where there's peace and quiet.
What's March Moto Madness?
March Moto Madness was an idea by Americans who wanted to get all bikers together, meeting all around the world at the same weekend. Just to start to the year, come and have a good time, good ride out and meet up. Yeah. There's just nowhere like this in England left, or the UK, where you can come and ride and have peace and quiet, and the off-roads and the roads themselves. It really is a hidden gem.
What you can't really tell is just how achingly cold it is, but it is, I guess, the end of March, and it's time for us to get going.
And you just totally stole my line.
Oh, did I? Sorry, buddy.
So don't worry. Just keep all the limelight for yourself. It's
sorry.
No,
really?
No. Sorry. You keep
sorry.
all the limelight. I'm just the cameraman.
I just wanted very quickly to talk about my Steed. It's probably the best motorcycle in the world for this trip.
You're not seriously going to do that. Oh my god, no, I'm not doing this shot, that's rubbish.
We were not wrong about the temperature. It was hovering just above freezing, but that did not matter because we are adventurers and we had 2 weeks of trails ahead of us. So within our first few miles, we've popped back over the border from Cumbria into County Durham, and this is Burnhope Reservoir. It's just absolutely stunningly beautiful. But Tom mentioned to me he'd seen a glory hole, and I did wonder what he meant in the surrounds of a reservoir, but actually what he meant was this. And Tom doesn't like sinks, so sinkholes, you know, drains, and he's got a proper, absolutely terrified of them. And this is probably the biggest sinkhole I think I've ever seen. So Tom doesn't really want to go over and get too close to it. However, we have a little thing called a bike off dare, and we're only an hour into the trip, into the adventure, and I have my first bike off dare for Tom. I want you to walk out there and stare down that glory hole. Tom really does not like sinkholes, plug holes, grills, anything like that. I mean, he's properly terrified of them. So it is exceptionally cruel of me to make him do this, and I'm sure he's going to get his own back on me in a very big way at some point over the next couple of weeks. Deep and scary, big hole. You can get out there quick enough. So how did you find that?
I'm gonna get you with the worst thing that you can imagine. I cried like a little baby.
I shouldn't laugh at your misfortune, but it is quite funny.
When I got off the other side, I just burst into tears like a little child.